guys, what's up? It is the first episode of Bad Ash YouTube style. So I've kind of been debating if I should kind of like bite the bullet and do a YouTube channel, but I did it, and here we are. And you guys are listening. So thank you and welcome to Bad Ash YouTube channel. So I'm always trying to diversify and expand Bad Ash. So here we are. This is kind of the next move. I'm taking a little bit of a around the horn approach here with the chalkboard. I literally never use it. It hangs in my kitchen, and I'm like, let's put this thing to use. So here we are. And it says right up there now, sports are hashtag Bad Ash, because that's the motto. I said motto. That's the motto of Bad Ash. Sports are Bad Ash, and so are you guys for listening. So yeah, here we are. I was kind of debating like what I should talk to you guys about as the first episode, and I was like, should I just kind of focus on one specific thing happening in sports? And I was like, you know what? I haven't talked to these people in a while, so since the Super Bowl, which, yay Philly, I'm sure they're still like lit and just freaking wild in Philly. I don't think they're like climbing up light posts or anything anymore, but good for Philly. They did it in a really awesome manner. They dethroned the GOAT, the greatest of all time, arguably. I say that he is my era that I've watched football, so Tom Brady, and dethroned possibly the GOAT of player and coach duos in Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They lost their defensive coordinator, though, so we'll see. I don't know how the New England Patriots are going to be this season. We'll see. Anyway, we'll get to the NFL, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about the NFL, a little bit about the NBA, and it's March, so you already know what we're going to be talking about. The madness, NCAA, college basketball, yes, how corrupt the NCAA is. Too soon? Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I'm really excited about this. We have the podcast. When I say we, I mean me. I'm the only one who does this. So one-man band here. I probably won't be able to rectify not saying we. So when I say we, I mean me. I don't even remember where I was. We still have the podcast and the blog, so don't think that that's going away. I've occasionally done Facebook Lives on the All Things Bad Ash Facebook page, so be sure you go like that, and be sure to follow my personal Twitter. Bad Ash does not have its own Twitter page anymore, but at Ashley Studi, ASHLEY, STUDEY. I talk with my hands a lot too, so you guys are going to be able to witness that, which is going to be fun for all of us. So if you follow my personal Twitter, I post everything relative to Bad Ash, and I only tweet about sports really anyway, so there you go. But kind of diving right in, which, did you guys hear that Drake at the beginning? I went a basic route, and I played God's Plan, Drake. Good job, Drake. Anyway, the NFL Combine has been televised since Friday, which I personally love watching. I know not a lot of people watch the NFL Combine. Understandable. You know, if you're not like super into it, then it's probably. Also, I see here that I kind of try to take away my bias sometimes when I turn into Bad Ash, my alter ego, but I can't. While I was setting up this gimmick, I was like, I can't get rid of this stuff. So it's here. You know, you see the terrible towel. You see it all. So sorry, not sorry. But anyway, Saquon Barkley he did his thing at the NFL Combine, and which was super awesome to see. Lamar Jackson also came out and said that he is not going to be anything other than a quarterback in the NFL. So whatever coach believes in him, that he will do well in the quarterback position, that's where he wants to go. So good for him. I'm here for that. I'm all good with that. So Shaq Griffin from UCF, you have probably heard of his story if you follow football. It's super awesome. Like, not really one like it. But his brother plays out in Seattle for the Seahawks. Shaq, though, he went through the NFL Combine yesterday, and he, during the bench press, which if you've watched the NFL Combine bench press like. If you don't get amped when watching that, like, you're crazy, and I'm going to judge you. But he benched 20 reps of 225, I believe it was, 225, with a prosthetic hand. So he doesn't actually play football with this prosthetic hand, but he benched with it yesterday. And just the nature and the electricity in that bench press room, I say it like I was there, I was not. I was listening and watching, but it was insane. It was just riveting. Like, it was lit. It was lit in this bench press room. Everybody's cheering him on, whether you be from that rival school. They're all competing. Not really competing, but just trying to prove themselves in this NFL Combine that they have a place for the NFL and they're ready for that next step. They've done the college thing and they're ready to move on to the NFL. So they're proving themselves to these coaches, these coordinators, these scouts, all these people that they can do this. But when it comes to really, you witness it in the bench press room, everybody's cheering for each other. Everybody's just like totally amped and motivated. So this was especially during Shaq Griffin's bench press, where he was benching, again, I say, 20 reps of 225, where a coach beforehand actually said that he was going to be impressed if he only did 5 reps of 225. So I kind of ticked him off, motivated him a little bit, and he did 20. So good for him. I also saw a tweet. This was Friday. Friday was the O linemen and running backs, I believe, for the NFL Combine. They went, and the O linemen were doing the 40, faster than me. Okay, so they're like more than twice my size, and they were running 40 yards faster than me, which is embarrassing and crazy, shameful, but whatever. So I saw a tweet where O lineman doing the 40 is kind of irrelevant, and they're just not really a fan of it. But for me, my opinion, which if you follow my personal Twitter, you kind of saw, not really my hot take, just kind of my thoughts on this. Football players are the most, in my opinion, the most, all positions, most versatile athletes there are in professional sports and sports in general. So I believe that all aspects of this NFL Combine are completely relative to all positions. Whether that be a 300-pound plus man running a 40-yard dash, it's relevant. So all players being versatile in the NFL, in the game of football, all these, the vertical, the long jump, the whatever else it may be, the bench press, the 40-yard dash, it's all relevant. So yeah, it might not be as fast as a running back, but as an O lineman, as a coach, as a coordinator, you're looking at those numbers. You're looking at all those numbers to make sure that you are investing the best that you possibly can in your team. So that's how I feel about that. Anyway, the draft begins April 26th. So mark that in your calendars. Write a sticky note on your fridge, just so you don't forget. Thursday, April 26th is when we get another really huge taste of football, which is so exciting. So share in the excitement with me, okay? Get hyped. With the draft being the 26th, we should expect the schedules to come out. They normally come out a few days prior to the draft starting. So around April 17th to the 19th is what I have read online. The schedule should be coming out, which if you're like me, when the schedules come out, I get hyped. Like, I am so giddy, and it's just a schedule. Like, nothing's happening. It's just the schedule. So I get, I don't know what it is. Like, nothing's happening. Nobody's playing, but at least I kind of, know what to expect this upcoming season. That's like 5-6 months away, which is so sad. We're so close, but yet so freaking far. The season begins September 6th, also a Thursday. So who will Philly be playing? I don't know. But so April 17th-ish, mark that down. April 26th, mark that down. Who will the Browns take? Just kidding. I have no predictions. I'm done. I'm not predicting that because you can't predict anything with the Cleveland Browns. I heard last week where they might be trading their number 1 overall pick. Why? Like, no, don't do that. But they also had an 0-16 parade, if you weren't aware. I went. disgraceful. But whatever. The Cleveland Browns. We love them. We love to think about them. We love to compare our teams to them because when we compare our teams to them, our teams are God. Like, we love the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland, we love you. We're rooting for you. Get a couple wins this year. You got this. I'm sure of that. Anyway, so basically I'm going to plug myself. I'm going to plug Bad Ash right now. We're going to be doing a draft episode. Not really sure if it's going to be podcast or YouTube. So it's not going to be blog, I don't think. And it won't be a live. So podcast or YouTube channel, stay tuned. We're going to be doing a draft episode. I'm going to break it down for you. My predictions. It's not going to be anything like Mel Kiper or Todd McShay. I'm sorry. I love them too. But it's not going to be that caliber. So, but you guys should still tune in because sports are Bad Ash. All right. So this offseason, over the last couple of weeks, actually, Jerry Jones and Roger Goodell are at war again. So last season, when Roger was trying to get his new deal in place, health insurance for life, a private jet, and millions and millions and millions of dollars that we can only dream of, most of us, Jerry Jones was not about it. He was like, no, he was putting up a fight for this, like, you know, this, no to this contract, blah, blah, blah. Well, Roger's kind of like ticked off about it, and I don't really know if it's protocol or pettiness. Either way, I'm here for it. But it's World War II against Roger and Jerry because Roger and the NFL want to fine Jerry Jones, basically, in a nutshell, for the issues and the drama that he caused the NFL last season. Again, protocol versus pettiness. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. $2 million for Jerry Jones, though, is literally nothing. So, a couple bucks out of my back pocket is kind of the equivalence to that. But, nonetheless, this is fun. This is entertaining. You know, like, Roger Goodell takes a lot of heat, and I have my 2 cents about Roger. I also have my 2 cents about Jerry Jones. I think he needs to retire. He's getting old and senile. But anyway, free agency is coming up, so that's exciting, especially for Steeler fans. It's exciting / nerve-wracking because the Steelers and Le'Veon Bell do not have a deal set in stone yet. But he's rapping, though, and that's what matters. So, I am going to plug my boy, though. You have to go listen to his album, Le'Veon. He's a rapper / football player. He does it all, okay? But he wants to get paid, and rightfully so. I will be the first to admit I was super hard on Le'Veon Bell, but he deserves the money this season without any off-the-field drama. Again, he's rapping, so no off-season drama as of yet. And he produced no injuries last year as well. So solid, pay him. Marquise Pouncey, who I'm gonna read an Instagram post. He is the Steelers center, for those of you who might not know. And also the man who I named my cat after. So, fun fact. Hold on, sorry. Oh, okay. So, Marquise Pouncey, here's the picture. Le'Veon Bell doing his thing on the field. He said, Le'Veon, at Le'Veon Bell, also, well, we'll get to that after this. Brother, if you're not paid before free agency hits, I'll call Coach T, Mr. Rooney, and Colbert, and personally tell them it can't be this hard to pay the best running back in the league what he deserves. # Stairway to 7. I like that hashtag. Solid. Also, Offseason Chronicles, Le'Veon Bell changed his Instagram @name. Honestly, though, when it happened, I noticed it because, well, I just noticed those things. But he was at Steeler RB26, and now he's just at Le'Veon Bell. So, like, kind of made me nervous a little bit, but it's fine. They're going to sign him. No big deal. Like, it's okay. And speaking of someone else who wants to get paid, Odell Beckham Jr. wants to get paid, I believe I saw the report of at least $20 million a year, which I don't know if he's worth it. He was injured for the majority of the season, last season, which was super disappointing. Like, as a football fan, you and I, we love to watch Odell Beckham. He's entertaining. He's amazing. Super skillful. Top 3 receivers with Antonio Brown and Julio Jones, which we won't get into the order of that because it's a whole other thing. But also the year before that, I believe that was when the whole Odell Beckham and Josh Norman thing broke out. So Odell has temper tantrums. Like, that is obvious. We all know that. We all see that. He 1 minute he's like chucking his helmet at something. The next he's like proposing to the field goal kick thing, like on the sideline. So he's just like odd. But he has maturing to do. He's still young and in the league. So I don't think he's worth $20 million a year. I don't think he's really worth a max deal right now. However, we'll see. It's the New York Giants, so anything is possible. Eli, that's your boy. Get him paid, okay? So Philly has a good problem to have. This is the last thing we'll touch about the NFL, but Philly has a good problem to have. Are they going to keep Nick Foles or Carson Wentz? Because there's no keeping both of them. Nick Foles won them the Super Bowl. Brought them out of turmoil after Carson Wentz went down with a torn ACL. And everybody doubted Philly. Everybody said Philly's not going to do it. Who can beat the GOAT with a backup quarterback? No. Well, they did it. And Nick Foles is probably going to want to get paid, rightfully so. He's a champ now. So, Foles or Wentz, I don't know. I think they're going to keep Wentz because I definitely think that he's rightfully earned the starting position, to keep the starting position with the Philadelphia Eagles. So, we'll see. But Foles potentially going to Arizona, maybe. They obviously cleared up some cap space with Carson Palmer retiring. Plus, Nick Foles with old man Larry. Oh, yeah. I'm there for that. Moving on to the NBA, let's touch a little bit about the NBA. If you didn't know, the Dallas Mavericks have kind of made some headlines. Not good ones either, like not good at all. So Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, was fined for his comments about tanking. So the Dallas Mavericks are kind of trash this season, to put it bluntly. So he basically said, like, why not tank? And then we'll get a solid draft pick, like, whatever. So that happened. Former CEO Terdema Ursuri, caught, I guess, convicted rightfully of decades of sexual assault and inappropriate behavior in the workplace. So if you haven't read that story, it's always, good to stay involved or stay updated and informed about what's going on in the sports that you love. So the story is super despicable and disgusting, but I don't want it to ruin the mood of the exciting first YouTube episode of Bad Ash. So we're going to go to a lighter note. Also, making headlines and billboard signs are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly again! So Philly is just like hype right now, which if you didn't know, my hair's driving me crazy. If you didn't know, after the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Flyers, and it's not baseball season yet, and the 76ers are like doing so hot right now. Like they're both on fire. Joel Embiid and then obviously potential rookie of the year with Ben Simmons on the 76ers. A company in Philadelphia bought a couple billboards on Interstate 480 coming into Cleveland, and one said #complete the process. Nice, solid. The other billboard had their starting five on the court with 23 and a little crown on it for King LeBron James. Basically to kind of lure LeBron into Philadelphia, which he said that he was flattered by these billboards. So naturally, Cleveland responds on East 9th with a big old, I guess you could call it billboard, but it's like one of those little electronic screen things that says, "Hey Philly," has a crown, and #the land of the king. So pettiness towards the end of the NBA season. We're all here for that. That's awesome. Also, a couple players are kind of making a stink about the officials. We go through this every year, right? Like, it just kind of gets old. LeBron made his comments regarding the referees the other week because, he's LeBron, so, like, he never gets calls. Paul George made a comment the other day that them, meaning Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook, my dude, are officiated differently. They're not, okay? Like, I did a little bit of research and was looking at how many free throws they average throughout a game, how many they make, so, like, if they suck at the line. They're not officiated differently, okay? The officials there's obviously been some controversy. Like, you watch an NBA game and you're just, like, scratching your head half the time, like, what kind of color was that? Or, like, why didn't you call that? You know, can you travel in the NBA? I don't know. But I just refuse to believe that they're officiated differently, because just go out there and play the game, okay? Like, just get to the finals. That's everybody's goal. So, also, did you guys know that my boy Derrick Rose has actually only been getting offered, this is on a sad note, okay? He's only been getting 10-day contract offers from teams. 10 days! Like, you guys know how I feel about my boy Derrick Rose. That's so sad. I wasn't planning on saying that, and now I kind of want to cry. Anyway, also, regarding these officials, there was a meeting during All-Star break that the NBA invited all players to come and attend regarding officials. Magic number 2 players showed up, okay? 2. One being Andre Iguodala, and the other one, I don't even remember his name. So, I guess, like, if you're going to make a big stink about something, I know it's the All-Star break, but, like, you either talk about it during this, when all players are all together, or you talk about during the off-season, when, like, all players are on vacation, literally all the time. Which is fine, rightfully so. Or they're working with their foundations, charities, all that good stuff, that awesome stuff. But, if you're going to, like, complain about something, and there's a chance to potentially fix it, you should probably, like, do it. Oh, also, before we get into the good basketball, the NCAA, LeBron averaged a triple-double throughout the month of February. The shortest month of the year, and the month that has the All-Star break. Sorry, okay, I'm done. But, okay, anyway, moving on to the NCAA. March Madness is here. Selection Sunday is 2 weeks away. So my third favorite Sunday of the year, Super Bowl Sunday, NFL kickoff, Selection Sunday. Okay? We get to hear Dick Vitale talk, like, all day long. It's amazing. It's awesome. So, anyway, I brought a prop onto the show today. It's been behind me this whole time. You guys have no idea. So, this is in conclusion of last night, okay? I'm going to bring it out, all right? Like, I'm just going to bring it out right now. Da-da-da! Yes! Okay, so last night was the final regular season matchup of Duke and North Carolina. It was Grayson's potentially, like, now we have the ACC tourney, so, like, they could meet for a third time, which we would all love, because this is arguably the greatest rivalry of all time ever. Okay, it's literally good every single time. Like, okay, you could be the Blue Devils were down by, at most 10 or 13 last night, and it still comes down to the last second. It's just like, every time, So anyway, I brought this on because I'm proud, and the embrace that we all got to witness between Grayson Allen and Coach K when Coach K called the last time out to bring Grayson out was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Senior night, tier. We don't really see 4-year college basketball stars anymore because, well, they're all paid and then they leave. So, just kidding. Too soon. Sorry. So, anyway, I brought this on because I'm excited, and it was a good game, and I'm just happy that Duke did not get swept by North Carolina last night. So now we have the Madness, which honestly, this season has been, I'm just going to put this right here because it deserves to be shown. Yeah, okay. So I literally don't know who I'm going to have in my Final Four, although I can tell you this one thing. I'm super excited to make brackets again and download the Tournament Challenge ESPN app on my phone again. Yay! So this season has been super crazy in college basketball. So March Madness will be super crazy in college basketball as always. Embrace the madness with me, okay? It's like March is a really fun time for sports. We have hockey's going on, NBA is going on, March Madness is happening, the Masters are happening. So, like, yay. April. Is that April? I don't know. The draft is coming up. Like, that's all I have for you. And I hope you liked this kickoff of, you see what I did there? Sorry. Of Bad Ash YouTube edition. Stay tuned. Again, we will have a draft episode, draft version of Bad Ash. Maybe I will have something more interesting on this chalkboard. Any ideas? Let me know. Bad Ash is willing to take it all in. So thanks again, guys. I think that's what I'm going to leave you with because I don't really have anything else. Oh, pause. Yes, I do. So I want to shout out to my girl, Carrie Champion, who is a really awesome ESPN personality, a mentor to me. Love her. She's amazing. Literally, she just does her thing and, like, she's just dope, okay? She did her last Sports Center with David Lloyd, Coast to Coast, on Friday, and she will be now doing Sports Nation. So I love Beadle. I love Michelle Beadle. Love Carrie too. She's going to kill it. She's going to do her thing. So shout out to her. So shout out to Carrie. I think that's it. Big Ben celebrated a birthday this week, and that's what I'm closing on. Bye, guys. Peace out. Have a wonderful week. Thanks again for tuning in, you Bad Ash listeners.